Iowa.
I joined that
Might be
exact same
moving a little
code.
bit more east. No, it's still moving. Yeah, it's still moving up like this.
Some of the places that are in the path
It's
of
heading
the
directly for
rotation
downtown
here
Davenport.
are including, but certainly not limited to
Should get another
the
update
Washington
here
Junior High
in
School, the
5
Genesis
seconds or
Medical
so, but real
Center,
quick, I want to check that
the
90 mile
Five
an hour
Seasons
severe.
Mobile Home Estates,
Still at 90
another
mile an hour winds
huge
in northwest
mobile home
Illinois.
park here in the
Or
direct path of this tornado. Fisherman's Corner, North
For the next 5
Campsite,
minutes.
Modern Woodman Park, and McNeil's Field Airport,
That's
all in the path of this very dangerous storm that is capable of, once again, producing well, it is producing a tornado, or at least it was a few moments ago. Hopefully it's not right now, but once again, we don't need to assume anything other than that it's still down, and we're going to take shelter in Black Hawk. The golf course up here, Genesis Medical Center, that's about where the tornado is right now.
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
That's a tough call.
This is Rock
Very tough
Island
call, but we're
County,
gonna continue to
Illinois,
assume that this is a
and
destructive
Scott County,
tornado
Iowa.
On the ground.
Go ahead, Andy.
In the west side of Davenport,
Hey
Iowa.
Ryan, our boundary riding storm here
So
in
please be in your safe
southwestern to
spot.
south
There's about
central
250,000
Wisconsin is
people
looking good
inside
again,
this
so I've gone ahead and
tornado
put a y'all
warning.
watch on that. I've heard it has a large bowl funnel
I'm
as
not
well
for
under a
sure
wall
if
cloud,
that is
so it's
still
possible
on the
we'll
ground
see
or not.
another tornado warning
It
here
is
as it
either
moves
on
into
the
southern
ground or
Dane
that's
County
debris
in
falling out of
Wisconsin,
the
so this
sky.
could affect the southern
And it's
outskirts of
starting to
Madison,
go
Wisconsin,
into the
areas around there,
metropolitan area
so
of
I would be
Davenport.
watching for that area.
Now it's going.
Okay,
to be
thank you so
very
much, meteorologist
popular.
Andy Hill. Another early, y'all watch out here for Greene County, Wisconsin, and Dane County, Wisconsin, New Glarus, Belleville. Get ready, we've got a strong storm coming in, and it is rotating enough to probably warrant a tornado warning here soon. So get ready to take shelter out there, at least for the next 14 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer than that. Back to our tornado warning for Davenport. We continue to have indications that a tornado's down here. Let's get a little bit of a better idea of exactly where that is. Currently, the rotation
and lift very rapidly.
is going to be
if not
right there
already
near
has lifted.
West Locust
see that with
Street,
the
just to the
velocity as
west
well.
of the Mississippi
Started way
Valley
back down
Fair. If you know
here,
where the
and it is
Mississippi
slowly shifted
Valley Fairgrounds
moving more to the
Speedway
north,
is,
northeast.
just to the west of that, if there's a tornado down, that's about where it
So it's
is,
gonna go through
and
the
it's moving
northern
up
side
towards
of
the
Davenport, if it is
the
still
greater
on the
Assumption
ground,
High School
which I
area,
don't think it is on that
Marquette
newest
Park,
scan right at
and
the
places
radar.
like that.
That is
so
your radar right there.
take shelter
That's your radar
out here if you haven't
location.
already. Once again,
that
I don't
red
know
dot is
how
your radar
long this is
site.
going to continue for.
Scanning right into this tornado. And,
Sometimes
it has a
in
much
situations like this, you'll
broader-
get a big
much more
tornado,
broad
and then
weaker
it'll kind of
area of
occlude up
rotation
into
here,
the
so
storm, and we don't
I
have to worry about it
think
anymore.
it is
We're going to
on the
hope that
ground
that happens,
anymore.
but we're not going to assume that that's happening, and we're going to take shelter, especially if we're in
think it is
the area where Genesis Medical
that
Center
newest
is
scan
in Assumption
definitely
High
has
School, and
lighter
then
debris, so,
downstream.
but we'll need to keep
Trinity,
an eye on it to see if it recycles, see if
Bettendorf,
this area of
and Pleasant
rotation
Valley, you guys need to be taking
intensifies
shelter as well.
as
And they
it
did
goes almost over the
officially
radar site.
upgrade that to radar confirmed tornado warning. So once again, this is downtown Davenport. Take shelter now,
Let's go back over
especially in
to
downtown
otherwise
and
again.
areas just north of downtown.
So that PDS 90 mile an hour observed severe is close to expiring.
A new
Very close to expiring. Yeah, it's got about a minute and a half left. So still a really well-defined supercell structure here. Really large supercell, about to move right over Davenport, Iowa. You can see your tornado likely touched down somewhere probably in here and then progressed up to the north like this and has likely lifted
So once
somewhere
again,
up in that
a
area.
radar confirmed tornado moving into Davenport right now.
general-
This is we've got a couple different views here
Nope, probably lifted
from
before that.
Davenport. You can see on that
Probably
bottom
lifted
right
closer
one.
to
That's
right in
probably our
here.
best view right now, which is unfortunate.
Little bit
But
before that
you know,
arrow
we don't
instead of
really need
after
the
it.
camera here to know that we've got a significant storm coming into Davenport right now. Some other places that are going to get hit here that I haven't really talked about yet include Panorama Park, Riverdale, Hampton, Argo, LeClaire, all the way up there to Cleveland and Princeton. You guys need to be taking shelter as well.
Debris falling from the atmosphere here, right in here. No longer that 90-mile-per-hour severe in effect, so 90-mile-per-hour severe has been dropped for northwestern Illinois.
Brandon Kopic is on another one of those storms that is just looking really
the smallest chance to produce a tornado.
kind of ominous right now, a little bit to the south of here. So the fact that this is happening up there in Davenport means that this storm probably at some point will try to produce a tornado too. So Brandon Kopic's on this as it goes up towards Mediapolis. This storm eventually will be moving over towards Millersburg in Illinois as well.
That would not surprise me. So let's look at the track of this again. So just drawing out this is a estimate of your tornado track.
Yeah, rotation with our tornado warned storm in Davenport still exists, and it's still here near the Genesis Medical Center, moving up towards honestly the airport and places north of the medical center, like the North Park Mall and Calvary Cemetery.
A little bit more to the west, closer to that, touchdown a little sooner. So if we take off the radar imagery, that would put it over the west side of Davenport. A lot of homes on the west side, not through exact downtown Davenport, maybe clip the northwest side of downtown Davenport there. But looks like it stayed on the west side, which is still very, very populated. Very populated area.
Here's what it looks like in Davenport. Unfortunately, lots of people on the road. This specifically, this spot right here on Interstate 80 is right in the path of, where the tornado would go if it's still on the ground. So hopefully people get the message soon. And we start seeing people getting off the roads and taking shelter here.
Of weak rotation that can form in the line. That was one right there. We're going to keep an eye on those just little areas of rotation that try to spin up.
And then back to Brandon Kopic, who's on the storm just to the south of this. That's coming into Mediapolis.
Chicago. Yeah, those aren't going to be a problem. If they formed closer to our line, it would be. So
this is another one that we need to watch for a potential tornado warning at some point, because, like I said, it's coming into a very similar environment here, and it's a cell that's kind of all by itself. So
grow upscale to be anything significant. Now, I would keep an eye on it as those storms move to the northeast and our line gets closer. That could change, but I think those will primarily just stay as rain showers west of Chicago. Chicago's main threat will be closer to 9 o'clock Central.
It is an extremely minor 1050.
Timing on it's pretty uncertain, though.
We had made contact with them. They were refusing to move.
I would just say closer to 9 o'clock Central Time.
And we're listening into some of the scanner traffic here just to see if we can hear anything about any reports. So far, I'm not hearing anything specifically.
Terribly off with its timing. HRRR is saying like midnight for Chicago. I don't think so.
District Ambulance 31 is stating ship the entrance of McLaughlin.
I'm just stay right there right now.
But this is what it looks like as it comes into Davenport. Just take shelter. If you haven't already out here, they did kind of shave down the warning a little bit. Let me show you the polygon now. We've shaved down the warning a little bit to where downtown Davenport is no longer included in that tornado warning, but places like Argo and LeClaire and Princeton still are.
So these storms are moving due east. These storms
are just to kind of update you on where we are. When the storm looked like this, this is when we were concerned about having a big tornado down. We have since the storm looks a little bit less concerning now, but there actually could still be a tornado down here near the radar, so we need to be continuing to take this seriously and take shelter here. But we're going to hope for the best and hope that this is since lifted, and we're going to get an expiration on this tornado warning rather than some sort of upgrade in the near future.
Let's go back to our radar site. Yeah, that's lifted now. There's likely no longer a tornado on the ground over Davenport. So that's good. We'll keep an eye on this.
This is what it looks like in Davenport as the storm comes in. Now, even without the tornado threat in downtown Davenport, we're still going to have damaging winds. We're still going to have plenty of damage reports coming in here, so get ready for power outages and stuff like that. Checking back in very quickly on storms to the north, where we continue to have considerable severe thunderstorm warnings for places like Stockton, Pleasant Valley, and Warren in Illinois. You guys need to be getting ready for 70-mile-per-hour winds here soon. The worst of the storm, it's over in Dubuque. Okay, so that's past you now. Now we're a little bit more concerned about places like Shoalsburg and Warren over the next little bit, and we are continuing to watch this storm over here near Greene County and Dane County in Wisconsin for maybe a new tornado warning in the future here, as this storm is still rotating up here. So lots of stuff going on. Nothing really happening yet around Chicago. I know we got a lot of people watching over there. We're focusing on this area back here because that's where most of the action is right now. That's where most things are happening. So we're going to kind of point our resources wherever things are happening. And pretty soon that will be your neck of the woods, unfortunately, if you live east of this line.
It still has a supercell-like characteristic to it, and it's starting to kind of take in that cluster. You know, it's starting to it's starting to become more well organized. Could be trying to ramp up here. We've been keeping an eye on this storm for hours at this point, and it already tried to produce a tornado in southwest Wisconsin about an hour and a half ago. Continued to attempt to produce a tornado for a good hour or so. Then finally other storms hit it. It got too clustered, started to die out. And now it's become more discrete to semi-discrete again, and as the line approaches it, I wouldn't rule out that it starts to intensify even a little bit more further here.
I'm watching a lot of different cameras here. It looks to me like, once again, the strongest winds are currently going through downtown Davenport, moving into Bettendorf, and then Pleasant Valley. That's going to be the next places that see those damaging winds move in.
Pretty poor.
The rotating part of our storm is going over the radar site now, so we'll see whenever it gets on the other side if we've still got something to worry about there as far as the tornadic circulation goes. But I want everybody to know that we should still be taking shelter in Davenport and up there towards LeClaire and Princeton.
And instability, we're getting up there in instability. It looks like we're up to about 3,000 in north central Illinois. And downdraft instability, still low on that, 700 to 900.
All right, quick update here on some of the stuff that we've been hearing on the scanners.
Get the hell
Somebody called through in Jackson County, Iowa. A caller reported a possible tornado went through their property. Now, like I was saying earlier, if you get hit by 80 to 90 mile per hour winds today, you're not going to know the difference between that and and a tornado a lot of times. But we've got damage so significant that people are calling in, asking for help after being hit by tornadoes here in Jackson County, Iowa. And then we've got lots of buildings being damaged out there as well. And we've also got heavy damage to electric poles. Widespread reports of wind damage across Lynn County still coming in at this point. Including an AC unit blown off the roof of a funeral home, a tree falling onto a house with lines down, and multiple instances of tree limbs blocking roadways. We also have multiple emergency dispatches for vehicles trapped in flooding and rising flood waters in places like Chatham County, Georgia, which is another place that we've been checking in on.
Towards like Rockford,
that we're hearing about now as well.
Thus allowing for better forcing for him, but I think they fired too early to be a good.
So this is what it looks like around Davenport as our very strong storm comes through.
The SPC didn't do too good today. Just flat out, they really just the forecast really wasn't that well from the get go. I think today could have verified easily as a 5% tornado risk. I will
and
say,
here's
though,
what it looks like out in front of that storm.
I will say,
in LeClaire. So we do have a
our
view
only
from
notable
LeClaire,
tornado of the day
of the storm
did
coming in from
occur
a
in the
distance. You can see the
10%.
shelf cloud back there. Just know that we are going to have very strong winds coming in
So I
here
will definitely
soon,
give
and
them
we are
props
under a
for that
tornado
one.
warning, so we need to be taking shelter.
Barely in the 10%, but in the 10%.
My goodness, we got a ton of warnings right
And
now.
their
We've got
wind
20
risk was
severe
atrocious.
thunderstorm warnings. We've been
Yeah,
kind of
30%
hyper
wind risk
focused
was horrible.
on
I don't know if we've even
Davenport
seen a
and Dubuque here for the past hour.
70-mile-an-hour severe
Rightfully
here.
so. These are
Pretty much
definitely our
all of
most
our significant
concerning storms
severes
and
have been
our
in
highest
this
impact
area
storms. But I
here.
am going to try my best to cycle around to some of these other ones here
But
soon.
now storms are entering the enhanced risk, the far northwest side of the enhanced risk. So we could get another significant severe going into the enhanced.
My goodness.
Seen there yet?
Look at this view from Corey Gherkin, too. So a lot of our storm chasers are down here
But
on
right
this
now there
storm that's
is
approaching
not really anything
Mediapolis.
too crazy.
And it just looks
This
really
line is
impressive
really,
from every
really weak, and
vantage point that
maybe-
I'm seeing. And this is going to cause problems for us
Maybe
as it
it
gets
won't
closer up there. I
strengthen.
wouldn't be surprised if at some point we saw a tornado
Maybe
warning
it
for
won't
this
keep
storm.
strengthening. It is down to our 90-mile-an-hour severe is down to 60. The strongest portion of our
Davenport.
line has moved into southwest Wisconsin. I don't know. I feel like actually this portion of the line might strengthen.
Really quick,
and
want to
head
check in
towards
on some of these
Chicago.
other storms that we're hearing about too. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning in Lexington County, South Carolina, for about 200,000 people here. Get ready in Columbia. It's coming up towards you. Also in
I wonder if
Illinois
this is
and
gonna
Indiana, we just got a big
strengthen.
severe
That's gonna
thunderstorm
be
warning that
what
includes
heads
Mount
into
Carroll,
Chicago, the
Morrison,
southern
and
portion of
Sterling.
our
We're expecting
MCS.
60-mile-per-hour winds as this comes through.
And I'm
Back
not
in
too,
South
too
Carolina
worried
and
about that storm,
Spartanburg
Ben.
County, we have 70,000 people under the gun for significant severe
mean,
weather
it's
over the next 33
rotating
minutes. 1-inch hail and
For
60-mile-per-hour
sure, it is
winds.
definitely rotating, but
In
the fact that it
Kansas-
hasn't intensified like
In
at
Kansas,
all
we've got a severe
over the
thunderstorm
last
warning for
hour,
Arkansas City.
even with it being semi.
In Colorado, Pueblo County,
just means
and
there's
just
gotta
north of
be
town,
something
we've
wrong
got
in the
a severe
atmosphere, but,
thunderstorm warning for Pueblo.
that enhanced
and that
low
is
level wind shear
out
is
there
going to be
in Colorado,
approaching it
going on
here
for the
over
next 18 minutes.
15 to 30
Back in
minutes,
South
so
Carolina, Greenwood
if it
and
does
Lawrence
produce another
counties
tornado, I
are
think it's
under
going to be
a severe
between
thunderstorm
now
warning
and,
for the next
the next
hour.
45 minutes.
We do have
As
a
that
new
line gets much closer to
considerable
it.
severe thunderstorm warning as well for how do you say this? Geneseo.
Yeah, the line is helping
Geneseo.
it.
And
And it will
places
continue to
like
help it until the
Kelowna,
line hits it.
Prophetstown,
And even when the line hits it,
Tampico,
that's still going
Walnut,
to help
and
promote
Sheffield over
a
here
tornado
in
threat, so-
Bureau, Henry, Rock Island, and
we
Whiteside
just wanna
counties
keep a
in
close eye on it
Illinois
all
for the
around
next hour.
Madison,
We've got 225,000
Wisconsin.
people in the path of
Just all around this area,
70
we're
mile
gonna
per hour
watch for a
winds.
tornado
This is the
threat
storm
over
that's
the
coming
next
out
hour.
of Davenport and into
From now all the way till
Illinois
7:30
now.
Eastern, which is 6:30 Central.
And this is what it looks like. This is what we can expect over there as the storm comes through.
Wonder how long this is going to continue for. Like, no model run handled this well, so the HRRR, like I said, it handled it all right, but the timing of it was horrible. It didn't do like the location. It got the location almost spot on, if not spot on.
Pretty intense stuff.
But
The,
the
the
timing of
conditions
it
that you're
just
seeing here are likely what
atrocious.
we will see in
Like the HRRR is like 3
LeClaire
hours
here within the
too-
next
too
20 minutes
late.
or so. Speaking of LeClaire, this is what it looks like in LeClaire. You can see very clearly here
Still
from
going to keep
the
an eye on this tornado warning for
steelhighway.com
it to potentially
rail
spin
camera,
up here as this
the shelf
storm
cloud
goes
that's
into
rapidly approaching.
the
The
far,
main threat at this point
far
for
eastern
LeClaire is going to be the
portion of
damaging winds, but
Iowa
I do
and
want to
eventually
encourage
into
us
west-
to,
northwest
stay
Illinois.
sheltered for the next 16 minutes. We're going to respect that polygon. We are still under a
But
tornado
this
warning.
entire area of our line has weakened very rapidly. Went
16
from
minutes, so
90 to
stay
60
sheltered out
mile-an-hour
there.
winds. And yeah, this line is strengthening further to the south. It's up to 70 now. So our main concern is this portion of our line.
Iowa
and
State
also
Police are
this
reporting 5
indent
to 6 poles
back
down.
up here.
And this is coming from the
So
Scott
that's
County,
the two main
Iowa
areas
area.
in between towards Freeport.
So this is the storm
That's
that
our
just went through
weakest portion
Davenport.
of our
5 to
line.
6 poles down. A separate report mentions power lines down across
This
the road
environment is nowhere near
in several
Barnesdale
different
and-
locations.
There's like no lower level.
Also from Scott County, Iowa, a notable transmission that just came through is we have a 2-story wood frame residential home with damage. We have broken telephone poles, lines down on 29th and Harrison.
Still, it has very broad velocities, very weak inbound and outbound velocities.
Sounds like we need to be listening to Scott County here.
And look at that. There's your full line. Crazy how this thing evolved, dude. Started way back in Des Moines, Iowa. Like 4 hours ago. This thing has made it really, really far. It's made it very, very far, and it's looked very sloppy all the way up until northwestern Illinois. Southwest Wisconsin.
Clear as soon as you can and head. Right now it's myself and Engine 6. Sounds like only smoke in the basement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, looking at this loop and another loop, I'm pretty sure this is going to be our biggest damaging wind maker.
Go ahead, Elijah.
I don't think it's going to be this.
So
I think this stuff's going to move off to the
Service,
northeast.
Is actually
more.
based at the airport or at the radar site in Davenport there, and their weather station recorded a wind gust of 72 miles per hour as the storm passed over them. They said they are unable to see if there's damage right now because it is raining so heavily, and they are warning that flash flooding.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So we can expect some flash flood warnings to be issued in the near future for the storm in Davenport.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elijah. We've got a big time situation unfolding in Davenport. We're going to come right back down here. And we're also going to look at this tornado warning that just came out for Lafayette County, Wisconsin. Again, this is a new tornado warning that was just issued. Andy was watching this. If you've got the WeatherWise app, if you've been keeping up over there, you might have saw this. If you've got y'all mode. But one of the things that we have to talk about is, once again, this is the second tornado warning that we've been under today over here. And we've got to let people know that this is a separate alert, and it's time to get back into our safe spots in Darlington, Wyoda, Argyle, and Fayette. This is a dangerous storm. Some of the places in the path here include Argyle High,
that is the
Pectonia, River Trails Park, the Badger Hill Mobile Home Park, Memorial Hospital of Lafayette County, or Lafayette County, and Whoopie Hollow Aerodome. All of these places are in the direct path of this dangerous storm. Take shelter now. Andy is also still watching this storm that's approaching Bellevue, Wisconsin.
On that newest
it's
frame,
something that we need to keep an eye on here over the next 10-15 minutes or so, as it could produce another situation where we might need a tornado warning over here south of Madison. So take shelter out here in Shullsburg up to Wyoda and Fayette in Wisconsin.
There's no actual vortex of rotation there, so this might be like a mini bookend vortex.
Back to Georgia and South Carolina, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Hart County, Georgia, and Anderson County, South Carolina. Get indoors and away from windows. It's a dangerous storm.
So this whole thing is spinning.
12 minutes remain on our Davenport tornado warning. This is what it looks like as it approaches LeClaire.
I bet that is a forming MCV in there. So this might be like a mini, very miniature bookend vortex. I gotta keep an eye on that.
And here's what it looks like as some of the first
rain shower northeast of Davenport,
raindrops,
Iowa.
and bands of
Hillsdale,
winds come through.
Wisconsin, or rather Illinois, northwest Illinois.
It does look like we might. It looks like something might be happening right here. We might see a reformation of our tornado.
I knew I was going to mix up these states,
our tornadic circulation here between Argo and
three different
LeClaire.
states here.
This is something
Illinois,
that we're watching right here. If this continues to kind of wrap up, that might be another tornado that we have to worry about coming up towards the LeClaire, Port Byron, Princeton area here.
Going
right now, I mean, nothing really changes for you. You're under a tornado warning, regardless. So take shelter.
And I don't think that mini bookend vortex is going to do much.
I think we might have lost power over here on the west side of LeClaire, but all three of these cameras just went down.
There's no, like I said, it looks like the primary bookend vortex / maybe a MCV is developing back in here. But that's so far away from the line that it's not really going to have much vorticity in order to
As
produce
the last
any
frame
areas of
Owen, I'm
rotation.
sorry, but I'm gonna have
It's
to
not
call him
close
in.
enough.
No,
a lot of
you
the
don't.
times
You
they'll
don't
talk
continue
about
to
That's
look
literally
quite
just two
intense
tiny.
out there
What
in
do you mean you have to
Davenport
call
as
him
well.
in?
Rest of the line.
So the storm's certainly not done
So
yet
it's a little
in
spin,
Davenport.
like right up in here. And in this case, that area is like way back here, and I just think that's too far. Very odd tornado warning, because I personally I don't see that rotating at the moment.
If you're just now tuning in, we've got lots
Now,
of
again, you
damage
can see the
reports coming in
broad
from
spin of
Davenport,
it
so we're
from
trying to keep an eye
MCV.
on this area as the storm continues to
Very
move up
large,
towards
broad
LeClaire. We've got,
spin.
over 100,000 people still in the path of the strongest part of the storm, which now is near Pleasant Valley and moving
we'll
up towards
still keep an
LeClaire
eye on
right
it,
now. And we did
see
just
if,
lose power
maybe
on the
the
west
cell
side
merge
here
coming up
of
here.
LeClaire.
Something happens with
The
this
bridge
cell
over
merge
there
here.
where
I still think we're a good
I-80 goes across the river
maybe
there
even
near
a good
Rapid City.
40 minutes from that cell merge happening.
Those cameras all went down at the same time. And we've got rotation building back up here.
It's how fast again? 65.
Right in here.
Yeah, we're probably closer to like 30 minutes.
And real quickly, before we get too locked in,
But it looks
let's
like
go
that's
check in
starting
on
to
some of
fall
these other
apart, so
places.
hopefully that
Madison,
just keeps
Wisconsin. I
falling
know we got a lot
apart.
of people watching up here.
The more that
You've
falls
got
apart,
your
the better.
first storm on the way here. It's got that tornado possible tag. And
Whoa.
then right behind that, we've got that big line of storms. So it'll be a 1-2 punch in Madison. Rockford,
Let's go back to
Illinois,
the-
get ready. This line of storms is
this one.
pointing right towards you, and some of the strongest winds look like they might hit Rockford in a couple of hours. And then Galesburg, we're watching you as well. Dixon, Burlington. Burlington, you've got some
Where
storms
is that,
back here, but it looks like the worst of it's going to be off
Man,
to your north.
give me the 6 panel. Holy cow.
The by far the most the most concerned I am, I guess you could say, for an area is going to be Davenport. So
yep.
that's why we're locked in here. Davenport to
I
LeClaire,
believe that is
and then eventually this is also going to be
tornado
moving up towards
ongoing.
Hillsdale and Erie.
I believe that is a tornado ongoing. Very difficult to say. We'll see what this next full scan has to
Go
show.
ahead
With that
and
spectrum width completely gone now. Fully gone on that newest scan. We'll wait for everything to come in.
Ethan,
That'll be another
trust me.
10 seconds
We've
or
got
so.
some storm reports that Y'allbot wants to share. Go ahead, Y'allbot.
Sam, you
All right,
missed a
Ryan.
significant
Buckle up.
tornado,
You
90 mile an hour
use-
severe.
You
and
use
round
Titan
up coming
request
tornado.
when
This
I
wide
say
spread
so.
Possibly
severe
on the
weather.
You're
ground
gonna
right
use
too.
it at the wrong
The powerful
time.
system in the Midwest has produced an EM-confirmed brief
That
tornado
looks like
in
more
Page County,
corruption
Iowa,
now.
and destructive winds up to
Right.
90 miles per hour, with a new 72 miles per hour gust just clocked in Davenport.
That last scan,
We're
though, I
also
think that
seeing
was a debris
significant damage
signature.
across
I
Wisconsin
think we had a
and
brief
Illinois,
tornado right
from
there.
downed power lines to smaller tree limbs. Meanwhile, that separate storm cluster in the southeast has caused a significant lightning
Yeah,
fire
I think
at
we
an
had a
apartment
brief
building
tornado
in Georgia, and additional
right in this
downburst
area.
Just
damage
won't
in
run.
Alabama.
So stuff's getting
Not
plumb wild
100%
up
sure.
here in
but
Iowa
everything
and
on
down in the
the-
southeast.
The
Here's our steel
checklist
highway
checks.
camera as some of the damaging winds
'Cause you've
starting
got
to move in.
NROT, area rotation, precipitation.
So this is going to last a while.
At least
Okay, in
some
LeClaire,
of the
it's
CC
just now
drop. I
starting,
don't know
Yep.
how much
as
of that
seen
is
here.
corruption.
And then just
Those
down the
are
road
on
You got a
in
spectrum width
Davenport, it's still looking like this. So
indicator there,
when
and
it
then
starts
a
in
ZDR
LeClaire, it's not
drop
going to
too.
end for quite some time. Just keep that in mind.
So right here, this area checks as a potential tornado. Right on the left side of that rotation. But on the newest scan, if it was a tornado, it's lifted. So if
want me to use it?
was a tornado, it's gone now. Also looks like they issued a 70 mile an hour severe for these storms further south too. So both of
ahead.
these are up to 70 mile an
Skip
hour
Hilly?
severe storms. I want to go back and look at our kind of MCV-ish thing that's starting to develop up here. See these little tiny areas of
What's the
velocity that
best
look
weather
like
app to
nothing.
buy?
That's what you got to keep an eye on.
If you're talking about like to
when you're
view
close
the
to
radar
hitting
like I am,
vortexes like this or
I
close to
wouldn't
an
buy.
MCV.
I wouldn't buy a radar
those
app
little
just to
things can
dip your
quickly
toes in
drop
it.
quick
You know what I
moving
mean?
brief
I would
tornadoes.
get a free one. And a good option there
Good news, they
is
just downgraded that
WeatherWise.
southern
WeatherWise,
severe to
it's
60
what I'm
again.
using essentially. This is WeatherWise.app in your browser.
far
or you can
northern
just search
severe
up
upgraded to
WeatherWise
70.
in
Tornado warning is
your,
radar indicated.
what's it called? Yeah, phone.
So they don't have any
iOS or
suspicion
Android.
of it
It's free to
being
download.
A tornado based on radar.
And
They
it's
probably
really
are just
cool. I've
playing
been
it
working
safe
with
bet
them
with
for a
going
while,
radar
and
indicated
I've
'cause
loved
they're
it.
unsure
I've
if
built
that was
a lot of the
degree
cool
signature or
tools that
not.
I'm using on top of it, and we're working together to
I think it was, but it didn't continue for another
continue to
scan,
try to
which
put
makes
some
me
of those
more
into the app as
suspicious of
well.
it.
But if you just want radar, high quality radar, good radar, same stuff that the National Weather Service is using, and me, WeatherWise. There's a link in the description.
Trying to see if there's anything new here. So it looks like this might
Back to
already
Davenport
be
here, where we're
weakening,
continuing to see some damaging winds move through.
because that's looking a lot better.
How are we
In terms
doing
of
in
a lot
Davenport? Has
weaker,
anybody
it's looking a lot better.
had any damage
Looking a lot better in the sense for people of Chicago.
that's watching this right now?
It's because it had that curve thing to it, that swirl. I could watch that all day, literally. Look at this. I could watch this loop all day. This area right here.
Windy, yeah.
Watch how that
There's a bunch of good
swings.
apps. Most of them that are as good as
Like a
WeatherWise though
slingshot.
cost $10. You have to pay $10
That's
to download them, and
probably
for a long time that was fair.
What is going to help
I mean, it's
Chicago
definitely
not
worth
get
$10.
as bad of a storm
But
as what
WeatherWise has completely
HRRR is
changed the
saying.
game here, and you get the same level radar
Dude.
and same quality app for free. Now there is
Crazy
you
how
can
this thing
you can
works on
upgrade. You
radar.
can get the
Look at
premium
satellite.
version. You can unlock Y'all mode.
Just
We
a
do
big
something cool in there
blob.
called Y'all
What
mode,
about,
which
infrared?
allows you to see the Y'all watches and the
Infrared,
get the
satellite
custom
imagery.
color tables and stuff like we use. But it's not
Yikes.
necessary. If you just want a radar app, it's free.
Yo, that's a
WeatherWise.
beast. Dude, that is a beast of a storm on infrared. Wow.
Yeah, this is way back here in Davenport near.
Don't jinx it now.
What is this? 158.
Too late. Too late. I
A
might
new
have
PDS
already.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah, so this is way back here towards the Super 8 in Davenport in Quad
It's
City
an
Inn.
80 mile severe again.
So this is
I
way
jinxed
back
it.
behind the front of the
PDS
storm.
observed 80
And
mile an hour
honestly, this is
winds
some of the
on
most
this
intense
storm.
winds I think we've seen today. At least
This is a
associated with this
PDS
storm in
severe
particular.
thunderstorm warning for observed.
So don't
80
let
mile
your
an hour
guard down in
winds.
LeClaire if
So
things
be in
kind
your
of calm
safe
down
spot.
a little bit. Just know it's going
That's
to pick
right
back up.
along
This is
our
kind of like a
MCV.
double
That
barrel
is
storm here. We
exactly
got the
what I
first
was
part coming through
talking
LeClaire,
about
and then this second part
With that
is
spin
really
to
packing a
it.
punch, as you can see above my head, with
Took
those
1 minute
straight
for
line
this guy to
damaging
jinx
winds.
it.
All right, in Wisconsin, we've got a
man,
new
that's just me,
PDS
man.
severe thunderstorm warning.
Depending on where those 80 mile an hour winds are located, this is probably going to very quickly move outside the warned area because this is not moving east. As we saw from that radar loop on College Dew page, this is
So this is going to be for
moving
Monroe.
northeast.
Do we have anybody watching in
So
Monroe?
if there is 80 mile an hour winds ongoing
If so,
here,
get ready. We've got 80 mile per
it's
hour
gonna
winds
be
on the way.
outside of that severe
Those
thunderstorm
are coming through
warning
Warren
very
right
quickly.
now, and they are packing a punch. This is coming into Weota, Argyle,
Right now,
Browntown,
Logan, it's
Clarno,
looking
Monticello,
pretty
and
good.
Albany. This is a dangerous storm. Assume
Right
you're
now,
under a
it's looking
tornado
pretty good.
warning and take shelter immediately.
in terms of it weakening
In Monroe,
time.
we've got 80 mile per hour
before it
winds
gets
coming
to
in
you
right now.
guys.
Some places that are in the path
Mainly,
include the
the
Monroe
main threat
Clinic,
right now is,
Monroe High,
60
Monroe Estates
to
Mobile
up to
Home
70
Park,
mile an hour
Crazy
winds
Horse
along the line.
Campground,
and then we do have
and
that one
the
area
Monroe
80 mile an hour winds.
Municipal Airport.
But much
All right,
of it is
some other
likely
mobile
weakening.
home parks that we have in the path here: Cardinal Estates, Swiss Haven, New Frontier Trailer Park, Walter Trailer Park, Monroe Trailer
The number
Park,
one thing I'm
or
going to pay
Monroe,
attention
however you
to
say it,
is how
and
the line
4A's Court.
strengthens in
A
North
lot of
Central
mobile home
Illinois.
parks in the path here, and you don't want to be
I
in a
wanna
mobile
see
home for a
how-
tornado,
what
which is
this
essentially
does
what
in
we're talking
here.
about here. Additionally, a considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Dane, Greene, Iowa, and